Hearns elected to try to get him going again.
Well, in this action here from round 7, you see Sugar Ray Leonard continuing his assault. Manny Stewart still threatening Hearns that he'll stop the fight if he doesn't start punching back. And you can see those 2 big rounds for Leonard, 6 and 7, have brought this fight to within 1 point on 2 of the judges' scorecards. Round number 8 from Caesars Palace in Las Vegas. A whole different fight. Hearns with the early lead. Leonard battling back in 6 and 7, and it has had Tommy Hearns in some difficulty. Tim Ryan and Gil Clancy watching this undisputed welterweight championship bout. Got to wonder about Tommy Hearns' legs now, and Gil, perhaps the condition that you mentioned. Hearns coming in at 145.
Well, Tim, I didn't like that one bit. I mean, he's a big, tall guy. He should have came down to 147 and weighed exactly 147 for the fight. You know, you have to have a foundation, especially in a tough fight like this with a tough guy like Ray Leonard. Ray Leonard right now is much stronger physically than Tommy Hearns. He's able to bull him, and he's found that out. You can see he's not moving side to side. He's just walking in, planting himself, and he's trying to outmuscle Tommy Hearns, which he's been able to do successfully.
Hearns bouncing around now like Leonard did earlier in the fight, but you have to wonder, is this just to try and get his legs back under him? Because he was very shaky at the end of round 7. Long way to go, unless Ray Leonard can press the advantage that he picked up in the last couple of rounds, having Hearns in trouble. So far, a complete reversal here with Hearns doing the circling, Ray Leonard doing the stalking. There's a left landed by Hearns.
This is the way that Tommy Hearns boxed when he was an amateur, Tim. He wasn't known as a big puncher in the amateurs, but he was a beautiful boxer, and he was able to win most of his fights by outboxing his opponent. So he can box. Now again, Ray is stalking Tommy Hearns. He had him in trouble. There's a big right hand. Must have heard me, Tim, because I was going to say he better start throwing some punches.
Right hand lead, and he got Hearns' attention with that. Under a minute to go.
We had mentioned earlier that Tommy Hearns defies you to throw that right hand, reach for that big, tall guy because he can nail you coming back. But now Ray takes chances throwing that punch. He just feels that he has Tommy Hearns in that kind of trouble. And now Tommy's trying that side-to-side movement.
But no question, it's a cautionary round for Tommy Hearns. Not the way he fought up to round 6, when Leonard first got him into some trouble.
Well, he's fighting a different guy now, Tim. He's fighting a guy that's walking right in, not moving away from him.
Leonard bangs a good left hook to the body. And a right back from Hearns, his best punch of this round. Leonard missed with a right. Final seconds of round 8. Leonard misses with the left. And the bell sounds, ending the 8th round with Leonard in pursuit of Thomas Hearns. Tommy Hearns still looking a little weary, and perhaps a loss of confidence expressed on his face there.
I see the back of his head, Wall. Get the ice bucket. Your back of head, unfortunately. Okay? That's your back. Your leg coming back a little bit better now.
You know, Tim, I'd never tell a fighter that he's back ahead on points. I mean, you never know how these judges are going to score a fight. He's got to keep him alert and keep him working. And he asked him again if his legs are coming back. I wouldn't tell my fighter that there was anything wrong with his legs. You just tell him how you want it to fight and hope that he can do it. And I don't think Tommy Hearns can win this fight letting Ray set up and throw those big bombs without nailing him back.
Well, in fact, Gil, in the boxers' corners, they don't know the scores at this point, but we have Tommy Hearns ahead by a point. But look at this. Dwayne Ford has the fight all even. Minker and Lou Tabbitt have Hearns ahead by just 2 points. Tommy Hearns coming out for round number 9 and showing wear and tear. Ray Leonard off to a slow start through the first 5 rounds, has turned it around in round 6 through 8.
And again, we see a different Sugar Ray Leonard that started the fight, Tim. He's now flat-footed and stalking Tommy Hearns. Still has that swelling under his left eye, though, Tim. And if he gets nailed a couple of punches, it could still cause a big problem. And there you see Sugar Ray Leonard throwing that right hand to the body, trying to set up Tommy Hearns for the left hook.
Emanuel Stewart asking Tommy Hearns to box, box, box. He's starting out here in this 9th round, circling and using that effective jab.
Well, he's got the build to be a boxer, Tim. Tall guy with a good fast left hand. It's like a snake darting out there. But again, it's okay as long as the other guy doesn't nail you. But if you let a guy like Ray Leonard get set, you can get nailed with some pretty good punches. And there's that jab that I didn't like that Leonard was throwing in the early rounds. Tommy Hearns is throwing that left jab to the body.
Hearns' legs look a little better to me now, Gil, than they did in the last round.
But yes, but Sugar Ray Leonard is just stalking him now, fighting flat-footed. But what Ray Leonard has to do, he has to remember to punch. You can't just stalk the fighter without throwing any punches.
Halfway through the 9th round. Crowd a little quiet again now, watching the ebb and flow of this bout. Big early lead by Hearns. 3 big rounds by Leonard. It's scheduled for 15.
See that educated left hand of Tommy Hearns, Tim? Left hook to the body, came right back up with a snapping jab to the head. And meanwhile, Ray is stalking but not punching.
Hearns scoring effectively here in the final minute now of round number 9.
I can just see Angelo Dundee in the corner saying to himself, I can't wait to get this kid back, to tell him that he's got to throw some punches, be a little bit more aggressive.
Well, he certainly has allowed Thomas Hearns to get himself back into it. And Hearns, sensing that, has picked up his pace, punching in combinations and scoring.
And he kept his right hand up that time, the way Manny Stewart told him to in an earlier round, and blocked that left hook of Ray Leonard's.
Reaching the 20-second mark remaining, and a left landed by Hearns again. So Thomas Hearns, using his boxing ability effectively here in the 9th round, as we see it, has handily won this 9th. That's the end of 9, scheduled for 15. Kind of a strange round by Sugar Ray Leonard. Angelo Dundee jumps in quickly to talk to his man.
Come on now, you all right? Come on, hold it. Hold it. Okay, baby, you gotta do it now, son. No, when he waves at you, hit him with a jab. Feign him back, okay? Let's go.
You know, Tim, as soon as Sugar Ray Leonard sat down, Angelo Dundee told him you have to throw more punches. I mean, and that's exactly what Sugar Ray is going to have to do. He can't just stalk the guy and forget the punch. It's funny, fighters react like that. You have to remind them to do certain things, and then they do them.
Well, a strange turnabout again after Ray Leonard had just had 3 excellent rounds. Suddenly, he just stopped, and he let Tommy Hearns back into it here. We scored it easily for Hearns, as did the judges.
Okay, man.
So Tommy Hearns leading on all 3 cards heading into the 10th round. The undisputed welterweight championship of the world, scheduled for 15. Sugar Ray Leonard. On the right of your screen, Tommy Hearns on the left, Tim Ryan and Gil Clancy watching them. Las Vegas, Nevada at Caesars Palace. See whether or not Ray Leonard picks up the pace again that he let drop in round number 9.
Right now, Tim, you see Ray Leonard using a different jab. You notice he's not bending down and reaching in with that left hand. He's moving in behind it. There he is again, so he can throw another combination after he lands that jab. Completely different fighter right now, Tim.
Well, and I think the same can be said of Tommy Hearns, who was in difficulty in rounds 6 and 7. Seems to have his legs back under him, Gil.
Well, you know, it's a funny thing. Now he's become Ray Leonard. He's become the boxer, and Ray Leonard's become Tommy Hearns. He's become the puncher and the stalker. But again, Tommy Hearns is scoring points. He's on a perimeter now. He's boxing around, and Ray, again, is doing the stalking, but not enough punching. There is the jab that I don't like. Back throwing that left jab to the body, and he reaches in with it. There it is again.
In neither case, however, did Hearns react with a counterpunch.